hello there, yes. Well, I did get that shopping done yesterday. Hurrah! The child shall eat tonight. Yes. Anyway, amidst all that noise and din coming from the shores of the Mediterranean, caused by squabbling individuals that various vested interests seem to want to poke sticks with, I thought we'd look at a couple of stick pokers in this country. Yes. Members of the extreme right, who are also Christians, seem to be jumping up and down a lot lately. And what I'm a bit sort of terrified of, in a kind of handmaid's tale kind of way, is the fact that these people get any form of airtime, airspace at all, which perhaps brings us neatly to Connor Tomlinson, who astoundingly this week appears to have read a book, albeit one of those kind of Christmas ones that you get. Yes, he's managed to read What is a Man, the Catelyn Moran one, and he's decided he doesn't like it. Obviously. If you want to read a decent review of the book, have a look at The Guardian. They do a neat dissection of it, which actually comes from what we might describe as an adult. Anyway, let's dive into some of Connor's issues with it, and I use the word issue on a very light level because it's simply something he doesn't like. And if you want a perfect definition of the modern right-wing male, you end up with what Connor's written. So let's go, shall we? For example, her second rule, the patriarchy is screwing men as hard as it's screwing women. That's kind of feminism 101 from at least the 80s, and Oakley et al. Might be worthwhile doing some sociology, Connor. Then you get it, mate. Nowhere in the book does she define patriarchy. Well, go on then, Connor. You define it as a actual thing by your understanding, and we'll all have a laugh, all right? Because you don't either, do you, mate? Well, no, it doesn't exist. Well, that's convenient then, isn't it, as a bloke? In fact, what the problem she attributes to being confected by a shadowy cabal of men dominating civilization since the dawn of time, it's not what the argument is, especially not since the dawn of time one. Again, some reading would help. Appear to be better explained as Movie in Circle's definition of patriarchy as synonymous with immutable sex differences I don't like. Ah yes, immutable sex differences. Yes, I would suggest, if you want some immutable sex differences, you actually read a book. Look at it. Look, it's all thick and he hasn't got any pictures. Right, you could try that. It's actually researched by an actual researcher, not somebody who half-heartedly now writes for the Times, media elites et al. Yeah? Actual biology, Connor, which you are in no way familiar with, especially not women's ones, eh? But that's the issue, isn't it? Anyway, just to move on. We want role models to emulate, to instruct us how to be reliable and responsible, because men are the person of last resort upon whom others depend. Yes, you see, we end up with that cartoon view of what men do, because when push comes to shove, we all know situations in life where men really step up and they deal with the situation. I've spent 20 years as a teacher, and I can assure you very often those people are, drumroll, women. Sometimes it's me, because sometimes I sense that I am the person in the room that needs to step up, and at other times it's someone else. But it isn't immutable biology, all right? It's to do with the individual's character. Oh dear. Right, anyway, now we get into the meat of things about how women shouldn't really be saying things. So, there's no such thing as a free product. They do like that, don't they? They do love that as a phrase. They do love that particular thing. No, they hate general taxation, yeah? Because it means paying for poor people. That's what that means. Such as the sanitary icon, Morgan praises feminists for securing from the UN. Okay, almost everything was invented, manufactured, distributed and funded via the extraction of taxes from the incomes of men. This is not a claim of superiority, merely urging perspective to make gratitude a bulwark against entitlement. Yes, you see, you know, when you're at home hoovering, you want to be really thankful for the man that invented that thing. For you, not for free, because it's not for free. He wonders why he can't get a girlfriend. Right, and I love this next bit because he actually goes to the heart of the problem with this. There are also general factual inaccuracies in the book. Wait for it, like repeating with incredulity that Darth Vader built 3 Death Stars when he only built 2. Case closed. You see, she doesn't know enough about the Star Wars film to have credibility to write about men or women or anything else. Should have stuck to kittens, eh? How shallow, how archetypal 2023 incel can you get other than that statement? Come on, mate, it's as bad as those trousers. Anyway, moving on. If Morgan wants to engage in consciousness raising in a similar fashion to the second wave feminists, okay, yeah, maybe just about, I suggest she stops henpecking them for the manner in which they're doing it. Henpecking? I'm henpecked. Well, it's the 70s all over again. Though be warned, you may not like it when men get together to raise an embodied class consciousness. It may look an awful lot like the patriarchy, which does not exist, but it could well with enough conversations about just how hard done by some men feel they are. Yeah, you see, if you can have a go at them, they're going to get angry and they've got muscles, and then you'll be sorry, won't you? Yeah, I don't want to have to slap you, but I will. Bless him. Yeah, you see, that's the reason I don't like him. That's the basic reason I just don't like him, is because you don't even have to scratch the surface with this just to see the whole notion of the way that he's wrapped himself in this kind of envelope of faux biology and Christianity, whereby everybody has to fit around him. Yeah? I imagine his mum told him he was a very special boy, and unfortunately it looks a bit deadly from the kid from Sidcup. I don't know, mate. Why don't you just grow up and have a look at the real world? Again, try just doing a bit of reading. Yeah? Yeah, it might help. Yeah? You'd actually be able to see what actual biology is and what it actually means. Or, conversely, I don't know, spend less time with rape apologists in the studio and go and get a proper job. You know? Those of us with those things do understand a little bit sometimes about, the other half of the population. And we don't demand that they change to fit us. Anyway, good luck with the girlfriend search. Shouldn't be long now. Have a lovely day.